Once upon a time, there was a lawyer named Leo. Now, Leo was incredibly successful, but she had a bit of a problem. Her only priority was winning. She didn't care about what was right or wrong. She just wanted to keep her reputation afloat and the money rolling in. One day, she took on a case that was honestly heartbreaking. She was helping a wealthy client intimidate a poor, innocent family. Their daughter had been brutally assaulted and raped by this client. Leo knew deep down that her client was guilty, but she didn't let that stop her. She stood right in front of that grieving family and coldly told them, "Even if you file a case, you have no evidence. The case will be turned against you. You'll never win, and you'll just end up trapped." Terrified and helpless, the family backed down. Leo walked away feeling overjoyed. She had won the case, without even stepping into a courtroom. But her friend was disgusted. "Leo, you didn't do the right thing," her friend told her. "You know he's guilty and you have the proof." Leo just brushed it off, saying as long as the money was good, everything was fine. At that time, Leo was preparing to head to Germany for higher studies. Before leaving, she went to the cemetery to visit her mother's grave. She said her goodbyes and drove away, but on the way, disaster struck. Her car collided with a massive truck. The scene cuts to the wreckage of a serious accident. The next thing we see is Leo sitting in a strange office. She's confused. She doesn't recognize the place, and she's holding a waiting number. She walks up to a counter and asks, "Where am I?" To her absolute horror, the clerk tells her she's in the office of fate in the afterlife. She's dead. Leo panics. She remembers the accident, but she didn't think it was fatal. Suddenly, a girl summons her into an inner office to meet the administrator of the afterlife. The officer looks incredibly nervous. He looks at Leo and says, "Look, we've made a huge mistake. We were supposed to bring a different Leo, but we brought you by accident. You're actually supposed to have a long life." Leo is relieved, but there's a catch. The officer explains, "You'll get your life back, but it'll take 6 or 7 days to fix the paperwork. We can't keep you here because if our superiors find out, we're in big trouble. So we're gonna send you back into the body of the Leo we were actually supposed to take. You'll keep your memories, and after 7 days, everything will go back to normal." Poor Leo has no choice. She accepts. When she finally wakes up, she's in a strange bed and a strange body. She jumps up in alarm and sees a man. It's her husband. She has been placed in the body of a middle-class housewife. She soon discovers she has 2 children who adore her. This is a total shock for Leo because, in her real life, she only cared about her career and never understood the meaning of family. She spends a long time hiding in the bathroom, trying to process this new reality. Suddenly, her son knocks on the door. "Mom, I'm late for the bus! You need to drop me off!" Leo grabs a floral, strange bag and heads out. At the bus stop, she meets several neighborhood women who greet her warmly. They were the original woman's best friends, but Leo has no clue who they are. Feeling suffocated, she goes to her old law office hoping someone will recognize her. She even tries to talk to her old friend, but she quickly realizes that no one sees Leo the lawyer. They just see a random housewife. She realizes her friend will never understand, so she goes back to the house. This life is unbearable for her. She was a high-powered professional, and now she's scrubbing floors. She gets so desperate that she tries to take her own life by jumping in front of a van, but the driver keeps swerving to save her. Frustrated and alive, she goes into a washroom and suddenly the administrator appears again. "You have to manage," he tells her. "Why not just enjoy this short period of a new life?" Leo yells back, "Because of you! You told me you'd send me into the body of a professional woman." The administrator smiles. "I did. I sent you into the body of a woman who works a lot. Do you really think managing a home and raising a family is an easy job?" Leo realizes she's stuck. She goes to the grocery store and, out of habit, fills the cart with expensive things. When she sees the bill, she freezes. She realizes this family doesn't have the kind of money she's used to. She puts the luxuries back and rushes to pick up her son. She's late, and her son notices. He looks at her and says, "Something is wrong." Leo is stunned. How could a child tell his mother's soul wasn't there? She decides to be honest. She tells him everything and makes him promise to keep it a secret. "In 7 days, your real mom will be back," she promises. She doesn't tell him his mother is actually dead because she's grown fond of the boy and doesn't want to break his heart. The boy becomes her secret partner. He helps her with chores and tells her everyone's favorite foods. Leo tries so hard to cook a big dinner, but it tastes terrible. No one likes it. Leo gets angry because she works so hard, but her husband and daughter just eat quietly, sensing something is off with her. That night, her husband mentions a party the next day. Leo, being her old self, demands a new dress. Her husband is shocked. His wife usually saves every penny for the kids' education, but he agrees. The next day, Leo takes his credit card and buys expensive clothes for both of them. When the husband sees the bill, he's devastated. "What's wrong with you? Don't we need this for the kids?" He has to go work overtime to cover the cost. Seeing him leave, Leo feels a pang of genuine sadness. For the first time, she understands how hard it is to earn money through manual labor and sacrifice. Later, she meets a neighbor who says, "I love your family. Your husband works so hard for you, and you work so hard for them. You're ideal." This makes Leo feel a warmth she's never known. She realizes that building a family isn't a burden, it's beautiful. On her way home, she catches her daughter about to kiss a boy. Leo awkwardly interrupts. The daughter is terrified, thinking she'll be hit, but Leo is calm. "I don't mind him," Leo says. "He's your friend, but don't rush into things." The daughter is so happy to have a cool mom that she promises to share everything with her. That night, after the kids are asleep, Leo is having a drink when the administrator appears again. "How do you like it?" he asks. "It's not that bad," Leo admits. She spends the rest of the night watching old family videos and the wedding tape. She starts to feel like she actually wants a life like this. Her husband comes home, finds her asleep, and gently carries her to bed. The next morning, he brings her coffee and a beautiful dress he bought by working those extra hours. Leo is touched. Someone is finally doing something for her. At the party, Leo notices that her husband's co-workers don't respect him because he's too honest to be corrupt. His boss is a bully. Leo pulls her husband aside and tells him, "We need to stand up for ourselves. Speak your mind without fear." Encouraged, the husband confronts his boss, vents years of frustration, and stops hiding the boss's wrongdoings. He feels amazing, even if it means losing his job. They leave the party together, happier than ever. But when they get home, their daughter is crying. She has marks on her face. The boy she liked had tried to force himself on her, and when she said no, he beat her. The husband runs out to find the boy, but Leo stops him. She remembers the poor girl she had ignored in her past life. The guilt hits her like a wave. She realizes she has to get justice, not just for this daughter, but to make up for her past sins. She goes to file a complaint, only to find the boy's wealthy family has hired a shark lawyer. Someone just like her old self who tries to buy them off. Leo loses it. She uses her real legal skills to intimidate them so badly they can't even speak. She ensures the boy is punished, but not before she gives him a piece of her mind and a physical lesson herself. After a beautiful family reunion, Leo realizes she has forgotten she's an outsider. This family feels like hers. But the next morning, tragedy strikes again. Her son suddenly loses his sight. At the hospital, the doctor says he needs immediate surgery or he'll be blind forever. Leo doesn't hesitate. She uses her secret access to her old bank accounts to pay for the surgery. Just as the surgery is finishing, the 7 days are up. The administrator arrives. Leo begs for one last moment. She hugs the family tightly, tears in her eyes, and steps into the administrator's car. Suddenly, Leo wakes up in a hospital bed. She's back in her own body. She remembers everything. She rips off her bandages and runs through the hospital searching for her son. But the nurses tell her no child by that name had surgery there. She rushes to the house, but a different family lives there. It was all a vision during her 7-day coma. But Leo is a changed woman. She returns to her law office, but this time she has a new mission. She tells her colleague, "Reopen the case of that innocent girl. I'm fighting it for free. I have the evidence, and I'm going to make sure that man is punished." Her colleague is overjoyed. Leo decides to live a balanced life. She still wants to go to Germany, so she boards her plane. As she's settling into her seat, a pleasant accident happens. She looks at the man sitting next to her. It's the same man who was her husband in her vision. He recognizes her too. "Leo, I was your old classmate," he says. He tells her he's a normal worker now, not a big businessman. But Leo doesn't care about his status. She looks at him and knows he is her future. The vision wasn't just a dream, it was a glimpse of what her life could be if she chose heart over money. The movie ends with Leo realizing that a great career is good, but a loving family is what makes life truly worth living.